Hello, everybody. How the hell are you? This is Real Men Talk Shit. We got a little bit different of a layout. We got new fucking hosts. We got a guest. One of our hosts isn't even fucking here. We got some crazy shit going on. This episode hasn't even started yet. How the fuck are you guys?
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me on.
Good. Yeah, it's fun to have you. For people who don't know me, because I am new, I'm Myth, one of Zach's friends. I was in the last podcast.
Quite drunk, and now he's sober.
Yep. Myth. You get sober Myth this time, which is hopefully way more well spoken and a little bit more intellectual.
And we're completely live now. So we don't have sponsors this week. Hopefully we'll have sponsors next week. We were talking about that before the show. It's fucking exciting. Hopefully shit gets crazy and we get some fucking sponsors up in this bitch, because that'd be fucking awesome. How the hell have you been, PJ? Because it's been forever since I've seen you online.
I've been great, man. I've been great. I'm copying the link so I can tweet it out. I've been really good, man. So what's the last thing you've seen of me? Was it PKA 5 years ago?
No, like I watched your channel for a while, and then you lost your channel because of the storytelling and all that stuff. I refreshed myself on all that stuff because that was the last video I had watched on your channel was the storytelling lost channel and all that shit. And then you went and fought Face Sensei and all that shit happened. And then you kind of fell off my map completely. And then I shit myself when I saw Overtflow was following me on fucking Twitter. Yeah, Twitter.
Well, I did. The feeling's mutual. You know, the feeling's mutual. The guy who runs PKA behind the scenes following me, it felt good. As far as what I've been up to, man, I guess the last thing you heard of me was with the YouTube and then the YouTube boxing thing. So I did the whole YouTube boxing event, which was probably one of the it was definitely like the craziest experience that I've been a part of. And it's funny how people, especially on the internet, kind of almost talk down about it in some sense. They're like, that thing, no big deal. Meanwhile, it sold out a stadium, 20,000 people live, millions of people online watching. It was one of the crazy experiences like of my life.
I bet.
You know what I mean? Yeah. For sure. Like imagine getting your eye punched in front of, 20,000 people. It's a little embarrassing too. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, bro. But definitely one of the craziest experiences. And since then, like that was such a huge such a huge like catapult for my brand and for what I do. It's something that I can always talk about on a resume. And it really, really did help me a lot with getting to know more people behind the scenes and really understanding like the business side of all of this in some way. And since then, I've actually been I was offered and set to fight on the rematch at the Staples Center, which is now the Crypto.com Center in LA. I was going to take the place of Face Sensei. He broke his ribs like a week before the fight and they called me, but I would have had to make weight and they didn't offer me enough and I didn't have enough time to get my sponsors in order. Like that to me should have been a $100,000 deal if I had all of the sponsors and everything involved, but unfortunately I just did not have the time. So instead they gave me a VIP box up top with M to the K. Wiz Khalifa was right next to me and Justin Bieber was on the other side. That was way better. Having drinks, having snacks up there, way better than getting punched in the liver. It was great. Exactly. I got to watch that. It was honestly, it was amazing. And I had a great time. Most recently, I was supposed to fight on the TikTok versus YouTube social gloves card. And it was originally supposed to be in Las Vegas. They moved it to Miami. And I negotiations kind of ended after they moved cities because obviously I'm Las Vegas local and it would have made a lot of sense for me out here. Other than that, man, I started TikTok. I signed a contract with TikTok, and I've been working with them heavy since 2019. I was one of the first guys from the Call of Duty community to be over there and to do well on their app. So I've really worked very, very closely with them. And I think there's still some stuff that's under like NDA, but I've worked very closely with them on their gaming side.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Awesome. Oh, no, never, ever. But yeah, I've worked very, very close with them. I love TikTok. I think it's probably one of the greatest platforms out right now. And if not one of the greatest platforms of all time, really enjoy it. And with that, I've worked a lot of behind the scenes, like management for other creators and influencers. I was running the, I don't know if you can see the G Fuel sign, probably not. My G Fuel fridge is back here. I was running the G Fuel page and been running the G Fuel page for maybe like a year and a half or 2 years now. So that's what I've been up to, just kind of management and just doing all that short form content and such.
Nice. So on the fighting stuff, I think I saw on your Instagram the other day you asked who I should fight. Who are you wanting to fight?
Oh, okay. So here's about how I feel with all that. So I've been hit up multiple times to compete again, and it just hasn't panned out. Even though we've had like talks and stuff, it just hasn't worked out for one reason or another. Whether we just couldn't figure out an agreement or whatever the case may be. There is an event happening in March. FaZe Temper is fighting on it. I don't know who else has been announced, but FaZe Temper said he's fighting on it, and then I saw some rumors and speculation that Deji may be fighting, that Vitaly may be fighting. There were some rumors that Sensei may be fighting. I spoke with him. I'm not sure if I don't think that they've come to any type of agreement or anything. I'm not even sure how Sensei feels about it. As far as I'm concerned, FaZe Sensei has such a unique position, as do I, with this whole thing, because Sensei on the first card would have swept everybody on the card. He would have beat Jake Paul. He would have beat KSI. He would have beat Logan. He would have beat me, which he did. And I think that Sensei was like the guy. He was the only professional fighter on the first card. Nobody would fight him. He had multiple opponents pull out. So I fought him. And even though I do jiu-jitsu, I don't do boxing. But they were like, you fight, you should do this. I was like, all right, well, so it's not the same, but okay.
With jiu-jitsu, would you be interested in any MMA?
Oh,
if
for
they
sure.
were to do something like that?
Yeah, if there was ever YouTube MMA, that's something that I would definitely be interested in. Or if they just want to do straight up YouTube hugging competition, I'll win that also. But that's something that definitely interests me. As far as Sensei and me are concerned, though, I think that we had, for sure, we had like one of the most highlighted appearances on the first event. So because of that, I think we're like in this weird, unique position where he has this like mystery factor about him, where he was the best on the first card. Everybody speaks highly of him. I think that Sensei, and he has all of FaZe Clan behind him. I truly believe that FaZe Sensei, with the right push, could come back and have a fight with Jake Paul. I believe that for sure. And I think that Jake would take that fight. And I think Sensei would definitely take that fight if it was marketed properly by Jake and FaZe Clan. I think for sure that would be huge, because Sensei has that that legendary boxer status about him. And because of that, it rubbed off, I think, a little bit in my direction, because I was the only guy who would fight him. I always still get messages and comments like, bro, you were the best boxer on the card besides Sensei. Like, you could do this. It's like, well, you give me a little bit too much credit, buddy. But because of that, I do get like some offers from people, and they always try to match me with like professional fighters when that's not ever. I don't know, man. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm management now. Card. I don't want to go back to the ring. Why would I want to do that?
Dude, I play video games for a job. I don't want to get punched in the eye, but I will.
I think you should get big respects for taking that fight.
So back to the Jake Paul versus Sensei thing. I think that's an interesting conversation to have. I think he's reached the level now where it's not necessarily good for him to do that.
Well, he would also take the KSI fight, though.
I can see him take the KSI fight because of him wanting to be better than Logan. Like, I can see that like quarrel in between them of like, I just want to do better than the other one. Like, I could see him fighting Floyd Mayweather too.
Oh, for sure. I think that's definitely something that happens. I think him versus Conor happens. Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor, definitely something that happens.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
And I say that knowing this, and then we ... You cut it, upload that 10 seconds to TikTok.
There we go.
I'm on your team.
Well, YouTube boxing. It's UK versus USA. It could be Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul as the
throw him at the top of the card, right? Hey, you know what? This is you gotta pay big to play big. You know what I'm saying? That if the event decided to go crazy like that, it's supposed to be a Wembley arena. I feel like I rambled and I didn't even talk about who I would fight on the card.
Bullet points. I just things. I gotta slow you back down. Let's go. Come on.
I rambled.
You gotta talk.
So on this Showstar card that's happening, I've been in talks with them. I'm set to fight. They have a contract ready for me and everything. We're really kind of negotiating the little details and such, and we'll see how that goes. But as far as I'm concerned, man, FaZe Sensei versus Overtflow 2 is something that's always been talked about. I seen Frazier boxing, FaZe K, formerly FaZe K, the brother of FaZe Jarvis. He's been my homie since like 2016, 2017. I see him boxing now. We're the same size. I mean, we've known each other for a long time. There's a storyline there with FaZe. We both are like, obviously he was part of FaZe. I'm closely like affiliated. All those guys are like family to me. So there's a storyline there, maybe involving FaZe Clan to some degree, where we could kind of work that. I think it'd be cool. It'd be like a Netflix special, you know, or the countdown or whatever. That would be cool. So I'd love to have a boxing match with FaZe K. FaZe Sensei, I would take that again if it made sense. Not saying I would win, but I'd try. And now I know his game, so it'd be easy for me. And then of course there's some other guys.
To the liver.
What would you think about like a YouTube premiere, like or YouTube Premium, like show for YouTube fighting?
Why would they not get behind that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Why would they not get behind that? And I mean, there's a couple other guys that have been mentioned, like Busta Breezy is a kid who's blowing up. I don't know if you've seen the guy. You definitely have seen the Call of Duty meme where it's like when a tryhard is playing Search and Destroy, and it's the dude like running. It's like an actual guy. He's like fake running. He's got the guns. He's like, it's that kid. His name's Busta Breezy. He like fake runs on TikTok. Like it looks like he's running, but he's really just moving his leg. And he's like, it looks good though. But this kid blew up. I think he gained like 3 million followers in the last 30 days or something.
Oh, wow.
So I know that he's a kid that I wouldn't mind going with. I'm just trying to find the right thing because I think I'm in a unique position to leverage the right amount of money, the right amount of exposure, the right opponent. I think that I'm in the unique position to kind of call some of these shots because I stepped up and put my name out there first on the first. I'm almost like a pioneer in the boxing space of influencer boxing to me, because I was the only guy who would take that fight with the only pro on the card, you know, like FaZe Sensei. I was the one who introduced JJ and Sensei actually at a party in Boston at my Airbnb. So I introduced KSI to Sensei and then they started training together. So in a way, like I'm involved with all that space and I love those guys, man. I think that I'm just in this weird position where I really want to take care and be safe with my next outing, you know?
For sure.
Did well getting Overflow on. Where's Josh at? I don't want to say anything.
Josh is doing family stuff. He'll be here any minute. He said
my next opponent,
like
Josh. Josh Palol.
There we go.
Exactly. Call him out.
That's he might fight dirty. He learned to fight in prison.
Oh shoot! You gotta watch out. Exactly. What you got in your boxing glove, buddy? Check the gloves.
Yeah, that shit wouldn't fly. Dude, it is so crazy. Like the energy you have. You're like, yeah, I talked to this person, I think I could fight this person. Holy fucking hell. It's just like
it's the G Fuel, buddy. Don't let it confuse you. I'm not energetic. It's the G Fuel.
Caffeine. How is TikTok different than YouTube? With being a creator on each platform.
TikTok to me, I actually really think that TikTok does so well at working with the creators. I think that it's probably the best platform that I've ever been a part of for sure. They've taken really good care of me. And I think that part of that is because once again, like with TikTok, I was one of the first gamers that had some pull that came over to the platform before almost anybody. I signed with the company in April of 2019. So I was really, as far as I know, I think that I may have been the very first guy from the Call of Duty community to be uploading on there regularly. And I mostly do Fortnite on there. It's kind of like a mixture of like real life and challenges and Fortnite. I just try to pick a bunch of hype stuff and put it all together for short form content just to keep people like interested, you know, and it worked out well. And I think because of that, it did really well. I'm very close with the guys at TikTok and they take really good care of their creators. They're really on top of, you know, getting back to me on my needs or sending me little gift packages. Like I think somewhere in here, over here, you can't see it. I have a custom TikTok skateboard that they send me every holiday. They send me like a cake or some type of like thing. They're just really cool. And YouTube has never had that type of care, I think, about their creators. And I know that there's a lot of creators on YouTube, but I think that as of now, it's official, right? TikTok has more people on it, more traffic than Google this year. So if TikTok can take care of me and I just only have like almost 2 million followers on there, like I think that, and there's guys with 100 million, you know, 2 million's a lot, but there's guys with 100 million. And if they're taking care of even me, who's technically a smaller creator, I just think that it's they're awesome, man. Everything that they've done for the whole community and everything that they're working on that I've heard of behind the scenes that's happening is like TikTok in a year from now might be the only platform, bro. Like they're really integrating a lot of things, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, do you think TikTok's like a social media killer, like how Facebook killed MySpace, or do you think TikTok's going to take over any other social media?
Well, I would have to say this: TikTok really took over, like short form content just in general. If you remember YouTube back in the day, it was a lot of short videos, you know, a lot of short animations and stuff. And now TikTok has that; they have that like really locked down. I think Facebook kind of became. I'm not really big on Facebook, but it kind of became the like short videos kind of thing. I know a lot of people are on there like watching like little videos. Or
yeah, they got shorts now. It's a lot like TikTok. A lot of people copy and paste their TikToks. And
I did that. I did a couple shorts to my YouTube channel, uploaded for the first time in 2 years, you know. But I think that TikTok has done some awesome stuff, especially if you look at their live features now. They have gaming that's like very comparable to Twitch, and I know they're working on a few more things with that. I think that's going. I think you're going to see streamers signed to TikTok exclusively, just like the Twitch deals.
So what you're saying is, not to cut you off, I should email them and be like,
I don't want to say anything, but yes,
I just had Overtflow on, and we need to work on doing a podcast promotion for this show.
That's exactly what you should do. I didn't want to say that, but since you said it, yes, we should do that. I think that you're going to see these exclusive like deals or these like streaming partnerships. Like you're going to see major players, major Fortnite players, major Warzone streamers signed to TikTok, I believe, in the next year or however long it takes for them to get their live feature going very well. Because right now Twitch is the king of like streaming as far as I'm concerned. It's like I think it's undeniable. Twitch has the best streaming like platform, right? So if you look at TikTok too,
to stay big, but hardest to grow.
Hard to grow. That's why you have TikTok. It's beautiful. The recommendation system on that is amazing.
Facebook's really good with that too. Like,
Facebook. Like
also. If I started off without any following or anything like that, I would be streaming on Facebook because it's like everybody and your mom can share. It doesn't fucking matter if it's a 30-year-old grandma that's sitting there watching the show or
watching you smack kids on Fortnite.
Exactly. It doesn't fucking matter who it is, as long as somebody's clicking on and watching. It doesn't matter who the fan is.
I think I want to say something kind of important. Oh, recommendations on TikTok. But first, TikTok also just included the feature to make 3-minute long videos. And I've seen some people taking advantage, but not enough people taking advantage of the possible vlogging aspect of it. So if you do a 3-minute vlog that's like a Logan Paul style cut up vlog, or even if you look at like a FaZe Jab and do a cut commentary for Call of Duty, I think you can upload and get away with a 3-minute video. I have a friend named Luna. He does storytelling. I don't know if you know Luna.
Yeah, I know who Luna is.
Okay, so that kid's like my little brother, and he crushes it on YouTube and has always done good. I actually haven't checked his YouTube channel lately. I'm assuming he still crushes it because he's awesome. But he started a TikTok, and he blew. I think he might have more followers on TikTok now than he does on YouTube.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because that type of content will work, and I think that people are going to take advantage, and you're going to see a lot of these YouTube style videos appear on TikTok, and there's going to be people that grow from vlogging on TikTok, which is super interesting to me. And then as far as the recommendation system works on TikTok, I believe that it is the FYP, the For You page on TikTok is the best one that I've ever seen. Like it caters specifically to what you want. So like if you get on TikTok at first, you're not going to really you're going to get a mix of all content. And then as you go on, like you spend a couple hours on it, it starts to recommend to you only what you like. So for me, when I got on TikTok, this is exactly what I get. I get Fortnite clips. I get Warzone clips. I get UFC and martial arts videos and
a bunch of asses.
Yeah, a bunch of girls shaking their butts, which is all things that I like. So clearly my FYP pays attention and sends me the videos that I want to see, which is awesome. But I just think it really does make it right for you. And especially like you said, when you first start, you want to get somewhere that's going to recommend your videos to people. And TikTok itself, I think, has probably the best recommendation system. Like the way that it goes is even if you have 0 followers, if you upload like a highlight from here, it's going to push it out automatically to 10 people. It doesn't matter who, like if they're following you or whatever, it's going to push it out to 10 people. If those 10 people watch the majority of your video, right? So if it's a 10-second clip and they all watch 8 seconds of it, it will push it out to 50 people. And then it will push it out to 100 people. And if they all watch 8-9 seconds of your clip, it's going to push it out to 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. It's like, it's just a very fair system. Whereas I feel like on YouTube, especially lately, it's like, how many subs do you have now? What have you done for me lately before we push out your content? Whereas I feel like, 5 years ago or whatever, you could upload a video with not a lot of subs and it would recommend your video. Now I feel YouTube's gone a little bit Hollywood on us,
Yeah. Well, it's weird because there's no real place anywhere that wants long form content now. Now you have places like Spotify that's trying to get into the video creation location as well, and trying to argue and do that shit. And it's like, you're allowing us to upload video podcasts, but you're not really dropping them to new people. It's just people that follow you already. There's no growth that's available unless you're able to talk. And you're able to get the bigger people to shout you out, and you're able to get the bigger people to try and help build you. And it's like trying to build off other people's backs, and it feels kind of dirty almost, because you're trying to like get handshakes that are under the table and not jerk off a little too much.
I love under the table handshakes.
Who doesn't? But you don't want to jerk too much.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them everything all at once. You want to try and just touch it.
I understand what you're saying, though. It could feel, especially when you're a stand-up citizen like yourself, it could feel a little bit like that. But dude, that's just the game. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be willing to play the game, Yeah.
I think the game's fun. I love seeing numbers grow. I love seeing things explode. I love watching things change. And it's
yo. Somebody in the chat.
Yep.
Nice guy.
And
I didn't know if you were going to do a TikTok or not.
Hi guys. It's free.
And Zach becomes very obsessed with things. So
Yeah. I become obsessed with numbers and changes and stuff like that. So like ADHD wise, it's nice to watch things change and evolve and explore and explode. It's interesting.
So I have a question. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was agreeing with you, and also I'm posting an Instagram story now. Go ask me ask away.
Yeah, I have a question about FaZe. I'm not sure if you might know, but I'm big into chess, and that's probably my main game. Weirdly enough,
chess.
But TSM has recently gotten into the chess game, and they've signed GM Hikaru, who's probably the biggest chess streamer on Twitch. Does FaZe have any plans of doing anything like that?
Not that I know, but that's very interesting. I didn't know that TSM signed anybody for chess. That's an interesting thing. I think but once again, the bigger that these organizations grow, the more they're going to sign people such as chess players, NFL guys, basketball guys.
Yep.
It's going to become just like Banks said. I think that FaZeCon is the Nike of esports, and it's going to continue to be, because if you ask all these kids, who are the Buccaneers or whatever? It's that football team, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ask all these kids who the Buccaneers are, I think if you ask my little brother, 10 times out of 10, him and his friends are going to know like who FaZe Banks is before the Buccaneers. It just is what it is.
I got my kids introduced to the Call of Duty Esports League last year, and we would sit down and watch it every single weekend because it was just something that interested them. They love video games. I love video games. I've been around Call of Duty since I was fucking 15. Wow, that's fucking weird.
How old are you?
I'm only 27.
You're 27. I just turned 30. That's why I'm old. That's why I have so much life advice.
Well, we appreciate you sharing it.
Well, whatchamacallit? So like, it's weird because my son will come down and be like, when are you going to have this person on? When are you going to have that person on? And it's just like, well, I'm talking to people from Optic. I'm talking to people from FaZe. I can't tell you that yet, kid. That's kind of cool though. Like, it's just interesting to watch their expressions and stuff like that for things that they don't even fully understand.
Isn't that funny, man? All these kids. How old is your small mini me?
I have an 8-year-old son, a 10-year-old daughter, and a 1-year-old daughter.
Okay, so 2 out of the 3 of them are like prime for this YouTube TikTok stuff, right? Isn't it so funny, man, that the like heroes, the celebrities of this generation are not these guys in multi-million-dollar movies. It's these guys that literally just have a camera wherever mine is. I don't know where it is.
It's Scumpy who sits there and kills people.
Isn't that funny? It's Tfue, it's Ninja, it's all these guys that play video games. It's so much, and it's so much more relatable, I think, If you look at, what's so crazy to me too? If you look at somebody like KSI, he'll sell out if he came out with that new drink, right? The Drink Prime. Yep. Shout out KSI Drink Prime. He came out with that. Guarantee you that he sells that out.
It's sold out.
It's sold out. Guarantee you that happened faster, and he could do that 1,000 more times before, like, I don't know, name an actor could do it. You know what I mean?
The Rock,
Zac Efron or The Rock or whatever.
No,
could do it.
The Rock's drink, and I'm gonna talk some shit for a minute. This is Real Men Talk Shit. If you new here, the fucking Rock's energy drink is fucking horrible.
Really?
I've never had it. Wait, is it called the Rock's energy drink? What's it called?
No, it's
Zoa.
It's Zoa. So there's no sugar in it. None.
Oh, is that what's going on?
So it's literally
not even
just the flavor.
Is there artificial?
No artificial sugar, no sugar in it other than what the fruit gives it.
Oh.
And I had the orange one and I had the blueberry one. The blue one, whatever the fuck.
The regular flavor is actually, I actually kind of like the regular flavor personally.
The orange one sort of tasted like orange, but it tasted like if somebody was,
which is good. That's a positive.
Screaming orange from across the room, and I was drinking water.
What's that they always say about like LaCroix? Like LaCroix tastes like carbonated water that was made in the same room as like a bowl of fruit or something.
Yeah.
It's just like they didn't make it strong enough. They didn't make the flavor strong enough. They didn't make it sugary enough to where I'm like, yes, I want it. So I wonder how good this drink that Logan Paul and KSI actually developed. Is it like a G Fuel? Is it like a fucking Gatorade? What is it?
Unless KSI left his, because I know that he works with G Fuel. Unless he left that to do this, then
it would have to be a sports drink, right?
Yeah, it's not an energy drink. I think it's only a hydration drink, which would be technically like different than G Fuel.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm definitely curious.
Because last thing I knew, his strawberry banana flavor was still on sale.
Yeah. I'm definitely, because he's been working with G Fuel forever, but I'm sure he's so big that he bro, all it says is sold out on the webpage. Okay, well, that's good. Thank you, KSI and Luda. All I know is that he's so big that G Fuel would give him like, yeah, as long as you're still gonna stay a part of us, do what you want, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I want that. I want that G Fuel pallet loaded up right in front of my house. Oh, that would be so nice not having to buy energy drinks.
Bro, I have
G Fuel, come
I'm
sponsor us.
Please, G Fuel, this podcast right here. We need a sponsor on this guy.
I gave Zach a gift card for Christmas, and he bought just energy drinks with it.
What is that? Well, he's running PKA behind the scenes. It's a 4-hour podcast. It probably takes 4 hours of work a day. I don't know what it takes. But yeah,
I work more than that.
I think that G Fuel. Yeah, I need a pallet of that too. Actually, I'm supposed to go link up with one of the. There's a rep out here. Supposed to go link up with her, and she has like a whole bunch of cases for me or something. I need to go get those.
Oh,
so because right now I'm out. I have Zevia in my G Fuel fridge, which they probably wouldn't like, but Zevia is delicious. It's root beer flavored.
Oh yeah,
nice.
So you're a big sneakerhead, as I can tell by the rack of shoes behind you. No,
not me.
No, you post shoes all the time.
All right, you're right. You got me.
Okay, what's your favorite pair of shoes?
My favorite pair is I mean, I'm big on Jordan 1s. I have like a bunch of Jordan 1s. They're mostly on the ground because I wear them all the time. Yeah. Jordan 1s, I love them. The Yeezy Beluga is the first like expensive shoe that I ever bought. Okay, like when I made like a good YouTube check, I bought those. They were like $900 and it like totally broke me 5 years ago or whatever.
Were they worth it?
I was like, oh my God. Yes, actually, so comfortable. Honestly, one of my favorite pairs. Very ugly, but it's kind of like wearing an ugly art piece. You know, it's like, this is art. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's just supposed to make you feel something, you know? And then my most favorite pair of shoes, though, is right here in the middle. Hold on. Let me get these ones. These are SB Dunks. They're mama bears. They're furry. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen SpongeBob when they take all of Sandy's fur off of her.
Yep.
They're furry like that. And so, and those came out in like 2004 or something, but they're like super OG. I think those are like, to get a pair of those in that size right now is probably like a few grand. So that pair is my favorite.
I remember back in the day, because I used to skate. So like I would buy DCs all the time and everything else. I remember when Nike Dunks were like fucking, you could buy them for $75 a pair.
Yeah, bro.
And nobody wanted them.
There was this kid who, somebody said fight Star Wars theory. You know who Star Wars Theory is?
No.
He's like this little buff dude that just talks about Star Wars. He got millions of followers. But I like how people just bring me these random, like, yo, fight Star Wars Theory. No, what? Come on. But yeah, some kid who used to breakdance had this same pair at my high school. And I was like, bro, those are so cool. In like 2009, but I could never afford a pair. And now I have a pair, which is nice.
So
it's weird
because
like I want to talk about shoes. Give me a second, man.
Hey, relax.
Breathe. We got hours. So like I fell into love with Pumas and their cloud foam shoes because they're fucking amazingly comfortable.
Foam. I have a pair of Pumas that's incredibly comfy. It's got like the little almost like it looks almost like Boost. It's like Puma Boost on the bottom. It's like squishy, spongy.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I have a pair. I can go grab them if you guys give me a second. But I have a pair that look like Yeezys, except the laces go down the side. They're pretty fucking nice.
The Pumas?
And they're Pumas. They have memory foam inside. They're super light.
Nice,
They're super fucking nice.
I can find a picture of the ones that I have. I don't know what they're called.
Sneakers.
They're hybrid. Is it called Hybrid Rocket? It might be called that. Hybrid Rocket is the one I have, I think.
Hold on, I'll go grab them.
Yeah, go grab those bad boys.
Cover for a second.
What's up? This pair is kind of. They have laces up the side. This might be. Nope, maybe it's not. I actually like this pair. Are these for girls? I'm gonna buy these. I'm gonna buy these right now. So comfy though. Like honestly, absolutely insane. Probably to me, right up there with Yeezys or Ultra Boost or EQTs. Like these ones are super duper comfy.
Yeah.
So I have 3 of these. I have them in blue and gray. I have them in this color, which is less like Yeezys, but then I have them in an all gray pair where they don't have the leather on them, and they look exactly like Yeezys. They're all woven and everything else, and they're super fucking light.
I've actually always kind of liked Pumas. Look at this. Hold up. I'm going to put this in the private chat. Hold on. This is the Hybrid Rocket. I have them somewhere in this room, but I can't find them. Oh,
I always just wear the comfiest shoes I can find. I'll stick with them for as long as I can get out of them.
Comfy.
Those are sick.
Oh, those look really cool. Yeah,
they're super duper comfy, man. It's crazy.
I've been rocking black Converse for like a year and a half now.
I have these on right now. The Phase Kappa collapse slides.
Oh, nice.
Very comfortable.
I got some Under Armour slides.
Are we all wearing slides today?
I wear these everywhere, even in
What's up, Dapper Media?
Where it's fucking freezing and snowing and everything else. I wear slides because why the fuck put shoes on when I'm just going outside to walk the dogs?
Wait, where are you at? Where do you live?
I live in upstate New York.
In upstate New York, Buffalo area?
No, around Albany.
Okay, can you walk over to Keem's house and tell him I said hi?
I wish, dude. I fucking asked him to come on the show, and he didn't even acknowledge me.
When did you ask him?
When he asked for any podcast any podcast he could go on, he wanted to go on.
This was recently, right?
Yeah. I was like, Keem.
Bro, he would go on the show. I know that him and Woody have like a weird thing going on for sure.
Yeah.
Keem is not a bad guy, bro. Like Keem plays
he seems like a cool fucking dude.
He plays the game.
He plays the game, man. He just wants to he wants to do everything possible on the internet to make you talk about him, whether you hate him or not. Do I agree with everything he does? No, but not actually a bad person. He just wants to be on the internet. I'm entertaining. That's all it is. I don't care about your feelings. Like that's just him.
Like I love actually having conversations with people. So like actually having a conversation with Keem would be fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
Understanding like who he is and what he is and like the mental health behind what he does and everything else would be super fucking interesting.
Yeah, Keem's a good kid.
Is Keem always turned on? Like is he always a character?
He's always very yes, he's very turned on all the time. It gets awkward in public. Yeah, he's not always turned on like that, but he is he's always Keem. He's always Keem, but he definitely, I mean, he's not like on all the time like he is on his show. He's normally like actually pretty like, oh yeah, maybe, yeah, let's go do this. Yeah, we could do that. But whenever, I guess it's similar to me. Like I'm not always like
super hyper focused.
I'm either like this or I'm very like
laid back.
Yeah. Yeah, we could go do that. Let's go eat, whatever. You know, it's not like crazy all the time, but that's definitely him. Like who he is still who he is, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. I can have days where I'm just like super energetic and super aggressive, and there are some days where I'm just so fucking mellow, and it changes. It just changes depending on what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh,
I could have days where I'm shitty on here. I could have days where I'm fucking great on here, but who the fuck knows?
The last time you walked out to Dollar in the Woods by Keemstar, what do you think you would walk out to next?
So it depends on who I would box. Of course, like if it was like a phase K, I would probably I actually plan on walking out to this song the first time around. I don't know if you guys listened to if you guys ever heard the song by The Weeknd and Lil Uzi. I don't know if you guys listen to them, but there's a song by them called Unfazed. And the whole thing is just like I'm unfazed is the whole lyrics is like I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed. Like that's the whole lyrics. And I would just play that as the hook because, like, if you find a phase guy, I'm unfazed by this. It's kind of a cool play. I thought it would be like, that's very movie.
People are saying in the chat, box Deji, Omega Lol.
Oh my god, I love Deji. Deji is so talented, man. Deji's a good kid, but Deji is just super duper talented. I don't think that he has the same, obviously, from what everybody already knows. He doesn't have the same work ethic as JJ does, but he's like. If you see him and you hear about the fact that he didn't really put in the work, put in the hours, take what's ours, the rock song. He didn't put in the hours like his brother did, but he still came out there and I thought that he brought it to Jake Paul in that first YouTube boxing, but he really brought it to Jake. And I felt that he was on like a path to possibly winning that if he had trained previously, but it seemed like he just didn't put in the hours that maybe he needed to. But imagine him putting in hours like JJ did. Deji's crazy. Like just his natural ability seems to be very high.
It's weird because you look at the top tier of anything, and it's normally like the thoroughbreds that just work harder than everybody. It's very, very few times that it's just the natural born people to do it. Like there's few of them, but not always. There's normally just a shit ton of people that work harder than everybody that's just there.
Yeah, I mean, typically what I've seen as far as like combat sports, it does. I mean, I guess with anything in life, it's not always going to be the person who's talented at it who gets it. It's the person who works the hardest. And it's kind of almost always a mixture because the guys that I see that are like the best jiu-jitsu guys or whatever, they are extremely naturally talented, but also they have that work ethic. And maybe there's like a middle, like a compromise that a lot of people make. Like sometimes if you're too talented, you don't work hard. And sometimes when you work very hard, you're making up for a lack of talent. It seems to be like those middle guys that have talents that also have the ability to work hard.
Yeah.
Say again?
It's definitely a bell curve of working hard versus natural talent or natural gift and ability, depending on like even your height and your natural genetics or.
No, for sure. It's definitely, like you said, it's a bell curve of that. I need to get a BJJ tournament started. I've been talking with Bradley Martin about wrestling him for a video. I'm supposed to get my black belt soon. Nice. So black belt versus bodybuilder might be a video that would be hilarious. And I definitely think that I could choke him, but no guarantees that he doesn't slam me on my head before that because he's so big.
So how long have you been rolling? Because black belt's really impressive, especially in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu aren't like belts in normal other combat sports. Yeah. It's not like Taekwondo where you go, you're set, you pay enough and you get your yellow belt or whatever.
For sure, man. It typically takes about 10 years to get black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I started in 2007, I think, but I was in high school at the time. So I really didn't I didn't have the consistency that I needed to. Yeah. So after I graduated high school, I signed back up, and that was in 2010. And then I've been pretty consistent like this whole time, barring a few injuries here and there. And of course, like social media took me out here and there. But yeah, pretty much the last 12 years now, 2022. So pretty much for the last 12 years, actually, 12 years. Cause I think I signed up literally.
Because I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in high school and then just kind of fell out of it, and I really should get back into it.
Same thing happened to me. But get back. How old are you now?
I'm 19, so not that far out, but
perfect. Like literally, I think that I did in high school wasn't consistent, And then when I was 18, I signed back up like on my own. I was like, I'm going to do this. And I've been like consistent since.
Yeah.
I do want to say thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the hosts and everything else. Thank you guys so fucking much. We don't interact with chat all that much just because we're doing a podcast, and with my ADHD, it's very hard to get back on track. So I do want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you fucking so fucking much. But I don't want to off track everything and kind of just lose my train of thought because I'm fucking retarded. So I completely lost my train of thought. Black Ops 3 leak.
Black Ops 3 leak. Okay.
That is fucking crazy because I remember looking at that shit on the subreddits and everything else, and I didn't even know who the fuck you were. And it just
I don't
all
think
of a
a lot
sudden,
of people knew who he was back then.
Bro, okay. So the Black Ops 3 leak was so funny, man. I worked at GameStop for a few years. I worked at GameStop, I want to say from 2012 until 2015. And I leaked Black Ops 3 and I put it on Twitter. This was way back when I had like 30K followers or something total, I think. Yeah. I put it on Twitter. It ended up getting picked up and getting a little bit more viral than maybe I had anticipated because I was working at GameStop. We used to get shipped the things like a couple weeks early. And so when I seen the one from Activision, I decided to, hey, there's already a little dent in this box. Let me go ahead and like take a little peek in there, you know? And so it ended up not being that great overall for my GameStop career. I got fired. I had a joint meeting with Activision and GameStop corporate, and they ended up firing me. And unfortunately, you know, it didn't quite pan out the way I wanted with GameStop, but it worked out on the social media side. And I think that since then, it's all been, you know, forgive and forget and so on and so forth. Because since I've actually like kind of worked with GameStop a little bit, they follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I helped them actually get verified on TikTok. I was one who verified their account on TikTok. So like all of GameStop, which is pretty cool. I think that's kind of a flex.
Yeah.
So
cool
I did that, and I think that we're all good now. But yeah, that GameStop leak really got me fired and ended up kind of almost really helping launch my career to some degree, you know, on YouTube, or not launch it, but it definitely
kicked it.
We kicked it up.
Yeah,
bro. I think I only had maybe 100K before I told that story, and then that boosted me up. No, Pokemon Go boosted me up to 100 to 200K, and then I told the GameStop story because I didn't want to tell it too soon because I was scared they'd come after me about it, and they'd be like, "Yo," because they were telling me that I was going to get fined the $10,000 fine if I didn't delete the posts, and so I went through and I deleted them, and they sat there with me as I deleted like the post that I had made, and I was all nervous. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so bad for me." And then they were like, "All right, also sign this. This is a waiver stating that you're fired." I was like, sick.
I think I called the GameStop you used to work at, trying to get Call of Duty Vanguard early.
Oh, really?
To this fucking dude. I did it on stream because like we're trying to integrate prank calls and stuff like that into the stream and stuff like that because it's fucking fun. And I live in New York, which it's fucking legal. Why not fucking use it?
I think in Vegas too, I believe.
I believe Nevada is a one-color state. Maybe we'll have you on and do some prank phone calls next time.
Perhaps I can call people.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. But I believe I fucking called the GameStop you worked at.
Mm-hmm.
And then this dude was like so into it, and he's like, "No, I can't."
No games. Every GameStop employee loves their job so much for no reason. Like you can offer them like 2K to give you a game early, and they won't.
And a handy, and he told me no.
Bro, I don't want to say anything, but GameStop is literally one of my favorite jobs. I'm still banned from working there, but if they could make it, if they could find in their hearts to bring me back, I would totally work there like part-time. I would go work there like today. Bro, I will go there. I'll be there 2 days a week or whatever. That'd be sick. I would love that.
Oh wow, that's a big endorsement.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but I would definitely go. GameStop, find me, hire me. Let's get this done.
So
you know?
I got a dumb question that you may or may not be able to answer because NDAs and everything else. But those fucking GameStop dumpster dives, are those fucking real?
Yeah. So the kid that does those, like the main kid that we're probably all thinking of, there's one guy in specific that has like over 1 million followers or 2 million followers for doing that. Yeah. I believe that he lives in an area where, he didn't tell me exactly where. I think that he was a little nervous about that. He's not super young, but he's younger.
Yeah.
And I believe that he just lives in an area that's not like a main city, like where I live. Because in Vegas, we like destroy everything, or the employees take home anything important before we throw it out. So really, if you go through our GameStop like stuff, you're not gonna find much of anything. You might find some like marketing material, like a poster or whatever. But sometimes these kids go out there and they're like, "Whoa, I found a brand new working PS4 and 6 controllers." I'm like, dude, those would have been gone. We would have given them to customers or taken them home, or the employees took them. Like almost nothing goes out there. Almost nothing goes out that's any good. You know what I mean? And there are times though where it's like, yo, hey, we're throwing away this thing. If you want it, we'll keep it nice for you. We like set up on the dumpster for a different GameStop employee or whatever. Because honestly, if you're gonna throw it away anyway, I mean, I don't know if you get in trouble for that, but that's what we did. So
no, whatchamacallit? When I worked at Subway, it was my first job, they used to bag up all the bread and throw it away. But the Subway that was across the road, which made no fucking sense. I live in a small ass fucking town with like 20,000 people in it. There was 2 fucking Subways in a town this small. But the one inside Walmart that I worked at would just throw it away. But the one that was across the fucking road, they would bag up all the bread and just sit it on top of the dumpster, and they would come by with their cars and just take full fucking garbage bags worth of bread home.
Whole things of bread. Yeah, like my one of my friends, his stepdad ran a bagel shop, and the bagels, they would like when they were going to throw them away, and they weren't. I feel like they weren't able. I think it was specifically it had a thing on it that said 3-day-old bagels or something on it. Yeah. They used to sell them for like $1 or just give them away to like homeless people or anything. So. Yeah. Like, bro, don't come on. Those are still good. I could eat those.
Yeah. I can't even say where I worked. So in my last job, I worked in the deli, and we did fried foods and everything else. And the managers would get so pissed because I would eat my weight in fucking food as I fucking cooked. It was like, oh, I want 5 fucking mozzarella sticks. Guess what? I'm gonna eat 5 fucking mozzarella sticks.
Holy shoot, 5 mozzarella sticks? You're a maniac. Somebody stop this guy.
Oh, out of a 1.5 pound bag, 5 mozzarella sticks is a shit ton. And then eating like half a fucking chicken, eating fried chicken here, it adds up.
Go ahead.
They're like, Zach, you got to stop eating. I was like, then put me somewhere else. Don't put me with the fried food. I know I'm skinny, but like, I'm gonna fucking eat. Like, what the fuck's your problem?
My cousin used to work at Chipotle, and this man, no lie, would eat so much of the meats because they have this thing like you're supposed to sample the meats like every once in a while. You're supposed to have to take like one sample to just make sure that it's cooked or whatever the thing is. Like, you're supposed to sample it like once an hour, blah blah. He's like, man, sometimes I'd sample it so much that literally nobody would like the steak would come out and he'd sample it so much that he had to refill the steak before a customer even ordered. I was like, bro, you're just eating it. You're not sampling anything. He ended up getting fired for that. I'm pretty sure.
For that.
The Subway, they used to give out bags of chips for everybody that was like people that worked there. They'd give out boxes of chips. So one night, they're like, Zach, here, take the box of chips. I was like, fuck yeah, it's a box of fucking 80 bags worth of chips. Who the fuck's going to say no? Like, honestly, you play fucking Call of Duty, you're not going to say no to a fucking a box worth of Doritos.
Bro, I've seen this beautiful, beautiful thing. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. It's like finger chopsticks. It goes like in your fingers here, and the chopsticks are on top of your hand, and you can grab chips with it as you play games. I've seen it on TikTok.
That's cool as fuck.
I was like, I've seen the joint holders or the like those ones too. They make like the rings that you slip on. It'll hold like a
less wholesome than the chips, but yes.
You know,
they tried to fire me. They tried to fire me. They're like, Zach, you stole. I'm like, I didn't fucking steal. Fucking dude gave it to me. What the fuck do you want me to do? You're offered chips. You're gonna bring them back. They're gone. 60 bags of chips.
Bring them back.
Gone.
Bring them back. Yeah, all right, you can have them back, guys.
Another thing that's blown up on TikTok is the people who work at like Subway or I think there's one that works at like Dairy Queen or like Cold Stone that they make a lot of content, and that has kind of gotten big on that platform.
It's just, you know why? It's almost like ASMR-esque. So if you see somebody doing something that is satisfying in some way, like I could sit here and watch both you guys right now make a sandwich. If you like brought it up to the screen, you're like, bread, pickles, a ham,
Yeah.
a lettuce. It's like, ooh. I don't know what that is about being a person that you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good sandwich. I don't know what
It's
that
like
is.
the most basic thing, but it's just
so
satisfying for some reason in our like ape brain or something.
Yeah, in our like primitive lizard brain, it's like, oh yeah, that's a good sandwich. Yeah, a lot of lettuce. I like the crunch.
It makes you hungry. And you're like, yeah,
Oh,
now I
I'm
want
so
Subway.
hungry. Same with like people like making drinks on TikTok or
Oh
like
yeah.
anything like that where you see something. I think it's the process of completion. I think that the human brain loves puzzles and finishing things up in our head. So that process of completion has to be, it's just satisfying. It satisfies your like primitive brain.
Well,
So
between that and then it's also food. So you're like, now I'm hungry. And then they're answering questions that they receive on TikTok. And then it's also like, I want to know what the fuck your parents own this McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like,
I see something hilarious. Look how good of a dad my dad is to me. So he just sent me this website. Hold on. It says, why can't the human body handle a punch to the liver? Thanks, Dad.
Your dad was your corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was my corner guy. He always talks about it. He's always like, Pat, I don't know how you put that together. He's like, and whenever he tells a story, he goes, yeah. So my son's like, hey, Dad, do you want to come with me to England? You got to give me water. You got to give me water in the corner. So I went with him, and he's boxing in a stadium. There's 20,000 people there, and I'm there, and I'm nervous, and I had to give him water, and he wouldn't even take the water when we were in there. I was like, oh, it's just so weird.
Just punch him.
That's my dad in the purple. Like, right? Yeah,
that's got to be so cool.
It was cool. Yeah, that's me and my dad, and then behind me is the ref and my cameraman, and then in front is Sensei's dad and Faye's Sensei. So it's still my background after all this time. You know why? It's cool. It's big
because it fucking means something.
Yeah, like it was definitely a dope experience. Crazy experience.
It's weird having somebody that like you can confide in. I don't know about everybody else, but like I've gone through peaks and valleys of like people that I genuinely can put all my trust and effort into, and it just changes. It just changes all the fucking time. It's like I've never had somebody who's solid that's like, oh yeah, you've been my best friend since second grade. Never fucking had that. So it's weird. And especially now it's like, now I'm finally getting guy friends. And now it's like, oh, I can trust them.
Weird. Guy friends are
fucking
cool.
Weird.
That I think that in my life, I honestly, like my cousins are my best friends.
Yeah.
And those are the only like guys that, and I have like a couple guys throughout my life that have been like very, very close with, but pretty much like my cousins and my dad is like my best like guy friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think you can tell, like, especially even in your content, you're very close with your dad.
Yeah. And dude, my dad has like 700K on TikTok.
Oh, wow. What does he
my
do?
dad crushes it. He, have you ever seen the ugly teeth, like the ugly fake teeth that people wear on Halloween?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was one of the co-founders of the original company. So,
oh, okay.
He put all those in like all those Halloween stores and Walgreens and stuff. So,
oh, that's cool as fuck. That
was back in like the 90s, early 2000s. And he always would go to the shows and he would like wear the teeth and play a character called Lucky. Or back then it was called Bubba or like Billy Bob. But he would play this character with the teeth and kind of, just be like a funny, like sweet guy. And with TikTok, he's like, I'm going to bring this character back. And he did it. And bro, no lie, during the whole quarantine and stuff, whenever we would go to the store or do anything, every time we went, because my dad was blowing up on TikTok, everywhere we went, no less. If we went to a grocery store or anywhere that was public, no less than a dozen kids would recognize him every time we went out. And I'm talking like little kids, like 10 and younger. There was a time that there was this little tiny like girl in a stroller. I don't know how old she was, 3, and she's like, TikTok, like pointing at my dad, like what? He's like, Pat, I feel super weird. He's like, all these kids are pointing at me, their parents are looking at me. He's like, it's making me feel very awkward. But it was crazy. It was so viral that like every little kid, it was probably the most insane like recognition I had seen for almost anybody, besides maybe like the Phase guys or somebody super major. Like it was crazy the amount of like TikTok fame that my dad had in such a short period of time. and how many little kids recognize him. And he felt like weird about it, but I'm like, Dad, all my best memories of stuff is like when I was little and I was watching SpongeBob or I was watching Power Rangers or Dragon Ball Z. Like, these kids are going to look at you. If you keep doing this, like, these kids are going to look at you like that when they grow up. Who knows? You might be in a movie and they say, hey, that's the guy that I loved when I was a kid. You know?
Obviously with your circles and stuff, because you're surrounded by so many other larger creators, it might not have affected you in the same way. But have you ever gotten that like sense of, wow, it's really fucking weird to be here?
You know, for sure. I felt that way when I was getting punched in the liver in the ring. That was weird. It's definitely like a thing, because I actually looked up the other day. I was talking to my girlfriend and I was like, yo, it's so weird. I looked up something about myself, and a video from like, I don't know, a sniping commentary that I did 9 years ago popped up. And then right next to it was the boxing event. And it was like, man, who would have thought that 9 years ago, me making sniping videos would lead to me doing this weird, like being part of this new type of kind of like celebrity boxing or whatever. It's just such a weird transition. And, but I feel very grateful, but I'm not in the position where I'm like set, you know what I mean? So I'm not in a position where I'm set, where I could really kind of take it all in, I guess. But I'm very thankful, but I still have a long way to go. You know, I'm still building. So
like I had a weird situation with that too. When I started this show, it was like small and niche, and like you reach out to people and they're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll sit there and bullshit with you for an hour. And then this show was the reason why I got to be producer at Painkiller already, which is like, I leveraged something that was fucking nothing into being able to be a producer for one of the top 200 podcasts.
But that's also like, that's what I kind of had said before with just putting your foot in the door and keeping your face out there is so important. Like, did I perform well on the first event? Maybe not. Some could argue, but I went there. Was I the best YouTube gaming creator? No, but I did it. And because of things like that, and because of keeping your face out there, you're already doing something that so many people are unwilling to do, that you're going to have these opportunities that a lot of people are not going to get, you know?
Yeah.
So that's good on you for getting your face out there. Like, I had this conversation recently with a friend, and I got this brand deal for this guy who's maybe not the biggest. Like, long story short, I got this like huge brand deal for this guy who's maybe not the biggest, but because he was always like posting content, even if he didn't have a lot of viewers or a lot of or high numbers, I just always saw him. So when this company asked me, yo, do you have another guy for this? I'm like, let me ask this guy. And I got him like this huge deal because of the fact, simply because he was constantly putting himself out there. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're already doing more than most. You putting yourself out there is doing more than the average person, you know? So
it's weird because like I sat there and I bashed my head into the wall, just reaching out to people and asking them, hey, you want to come on? And everybody's like, well, how the fuck do you do it? It's like, you just fucking do it.
Yeah.
It's not complicated to reach out to somebody via email or something like that. It's actually knowing what the fuck you're doing. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just kind of riding by the seat of my ass.
Well, you're doing it.
That it fucking works. And hoping that it actually accomplishes something. Like, how do you, it goes back to what you were saying about working harder than everybody else. It's like, you may not know what the fuck you're doing. You may not be working as intelligently as you possibly can be, but especially in this space, you could work harder than everybody and never make a dent, or you could work not hard at all and fucking explode. It just kind of depends on who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, you know what? It reminds me kind of. So I have this story that I always tell people whenever they ask me for like advice or what to do, or tell me something about getting started on social media. This kid. So I went to this event a few years ago, and this kid came up to me. This fan. I don't know what it. Let's think of a name. Let's call him Teddy. I'm gonna go with Teddy.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So Teddy came up to me and he's like, yo, man, I really want to get started. I don't know what to do. Do you have any advice? And I told him, hey, man, just like get started. It doesn't matter about your equipment. Start making videos right now with your phone at this event. Film something right now. You know, another fan came up to me and asked me the same thing. I told him the same thing. He's like, oh, I don't know if I'd be ready to do that right now. Okay. Like 6 months goes by. I see the same 2 fans at an event. Teddy took the advice. He's like, hey man, I got 6,000 followers now. And I just took your advice. I'm doing it. It's not great, but I'm doing it. The other kid is like, yeah, I'm saving up to get a gaming setup, and then I'm going to start making videos. I'm saving up for it. Another like year goes by, and long story short, the one kid still hadn't gotten started, and I didn't see that kid Teddy at the event, but I went to a house party that night with like all of these like Call of Duty content creators.
Yeah.
And then I seen Teddy there, and he's like, yo, this is my Airbnb. I just hit 100K. I'm having this party to celebrate. I was like, congrats, man. He's like, man, thanks for the advice. I used the money that I made from filming with my phone to buy this camera, to buy this laptop. I hit 100K, and now this is my Airbnb for the weekend. I'm like, beautiful. And the other kid still hadn't got started. So it's never going to be a perfect time. You just got to get started.
Yeah.
I feel like that applies not only to like getting started with something like content creation, but to really anything. Like I tell all my friends, like you're never going to feel prepared. Just start.
Yeah, no, it's never going to be a good time. Not once ever. You're never going to be prepared for almost anything, but you're more prepared than you might think you are.
Mm-hmm.
My first raid, it was fucking Taylor raided me with over 800 fucking people. My internet cut out in the beginning of the raid. I'm like,
no.
there it fucking was. Nothing I could fucking do, but I'm going to go live on StreamYard and say, fuck it. But my internet fucking cut out.
Yeah.
Like, what more can you fucking do? You just got to just jump and
gotta
hope that it fucking works.
Hey, that's how you learn, right? My best advice is you should have started yesterday. That's beautiful advice. I also think that when you think about kids, right, and swimming, like the way that I learned how to ride a bike is my dad put me on a bike and he pushed me down a hill.
Yep.
It was a medium-sized hill, so that's reasonable, but that's pretty much what it was, So but that's how it is. Like you think about jumping into the deep end or diving into the deep end, like you're gonna figure it out, and that's almost all humans too. Almost everything you do, you don't know how it's going to turn out. No matter if look, I'm almost black belt in jiu-jitsu. If I go wrestle with somebody, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'll figure it out as it goes. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. I don't know for a fact that it's gonna work.
Oh yeah.
No, everything could fail tomorrow. Who the fuck knows? But you know what? I fucking tried.
Everyone thinks that they're going to feel like they're going to find a path in this world and that everything's going to come easy and seem like they're guaranteed and have confidence to move forward, when it's never really like that. It always feels like you're pushing against something, and it's never clear. There's not just a way to go. You have to create that way.
And you know what? Everybody also always feels that way, no matter who you are. I know guys who are multimillionaires who feel that way. You know what I mean? And you would think that you look at them and you say, oh, he probably got it figured out. Or I know guys that are, that are 45 that have like a very stable job or whatever. They're like, man, I'm just trying to figure it out, one day at a time. And it's like, what? You've had a stable job for 20 years at the same company. You're very high up. What do you mean you're trying to figure it out? I have no chance of figuring it out if you haven't figured it out, So, but that's what it is. That's how literally everybody feels.
Exactly. Yeah.
Elon Musk is running the world, and he probably feels like
I guarantee he feels like that.
Like probably got a little bit too much on my plate with this one. Got too much dip on my chip.
How am I supposed to get this rocket?
Really promised a little bit much with this rocket.
And then he's like boosting fucking cryptocurrencies. Like, who the fuck knows? And then, like, I'm sure that weight that he had on his shoulders going on to SNL that night was probably the heaviest he's fucking felt. It probably wasn't the rocket. It probably wasn't him building Tesla. It was, I have all these poor people who are investing in fucking Dogecoin because I'm fucking shouting it out.
Bro, Dogecoin, this whole crypto stuff. My friend, so I was living with FaZe Clips up until a couple months ago. He literally moved like across the way from me, but me and FaZe Clips have been like roommates. He's one of the original founders of FaZe Clan. He was like the OG guy who started way back when he came up with the name and everything. We've been living together for most of the last couple years, and then he just moved out recently, but not because we broke up or anything, but because he was like, maybe I should just get my own house.
Yeah.
So
I got enough money. I might as well just buy something.
Might as
Right?
well just get a house, you know. But he got heavily involved with crypto. Like he left for a couple months and came back, and literally he went from streaming all day every day to just I'd go in his room and he just only have like all the crypto charts up on his monitors. He's like so obsessed with it. And then NFTs came out, and I know that he was making like a ton of money off of that and just super hyper involved. Like, yo, this drop comes out tonight, 3 a.m. You want to go in on this with me? It's a really good drop. I'd suggest it. You know, he's just so involved with that. That whole crypto space and the whole NFT space is insane. And then you look at somebody like FaZe Banks. I think that he said that he's got $10 million worth of NFTs or something, and he's looking to like make $15 million by the end of the year, which obviously now it's a new year, but hopefully he hit that 15 mil mark. Crazy. It's like trading Picassos, but through the internet. Meanwhile, I'm just like, take a picture of it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I got it now too.
I got it now too.
Yeah,
I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it to you. Half price. Come on.
I got a screenshot of it. I bet you mine's as high quality as theirs.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's all blurry. It's got those waves on the screen from when you take a close up like of your computer screen.
It's a reflection of your camera.
Waves through it like old screen TVs that you can't see in person, but you know it's just a refresh rate going through. Shit's crazy. So I do want to call this out, boys. This is live. It's not pre-recorded. It's not anything like that. We have somebody in the chat that's being fucking obnoxious. So I just want to call this out. This is live. We don't interact with chat because I have ADHD and I'm not going to fucking remember what the fuck I'm talking about.
He has 80 of them.
I do apologize for the baby whining in the background. She's going to sleep. I'm going to go check on her in a minute. So we have this shit taken care of, boys. We're just having some fun. If you guys have questions for Overtflow, fucking put them in the chat. They might get used. But being like, what's your story isn't going to fucking do anything, man. I apologize, but like, it's not just a just chatting stream. It's in podcast for a reason.
So tell me what your story is there.
Like there's 3 of us here.
This saloon.
So what games have you been playing lately, PJ?
The games that I've been playing lately, obviously, you know what? It's really tough. Ever since I started doing this, it's a little bit easier for me now. But ever since I started doing this, if I'm playing anything other than like Call of Duty, because that was my main game for so long, I felt like I was wasting my time. Like I would play something that I loved or a game that I used to play or I would love or whatever. And I'd get like halfway through a story mode. And I'm like, dude, I am incredibly wasteful of my time. I could be making money right now. It's kind of how it felt. But luckily with TikTok, I feel like the short form content has helped me to be able to play for a little bit less and play other games. So recently I just played Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. Awesome game. Honestly, I played that thing. I think that I played it for maybe like 11 days straight or something. Beat it, completed everything, almost everything. Super duper fun. One of my faves.
One of your faves.
One of my faves. And other than that, caps lock. Other than that, I have been doing Warzone and Fortnite mostly because that's what I base my content around. So I've really just been doing Warzone, Fortnite, Call of Duty Vanguard just dropped. So I've been playing a lot of Vanguard as well. That I've been playing like the Shipment 24/7 playlist on there. The Dome. They need a Dome 24/7 whenever that's going to happen. World at War was one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. And I'm actually looking up right now, Dome 24/7 Vanguard, because I want to see if they've even announced anything like that. I would literally be playing that right now.
On the podcast.
I would honestly be playing that right now on the podcast. I don't see anything for it, but that would be so cool. I'm gonna actually play that after this. But yeah, honestly, just sticking to FPS games. I want to get Halo. I actually been meaning to do that. For some reason, my Steam I have to figure
Halo's
out something.
Weird. And I'm gonna get flack for this. I don't fucking like Halo.
I never played it.
It feels sluggish. It feels like I do something and it takes fucking 10 years for it to happen.
Like Battlefield sluggish or like even more sluggish?
like more sluggish. Like the time to kill is 8 hours worth of shooting somebody in the head.
Oh yeah. You know what? I might like that though because I like the like slower, like the like bigger health. I like the slow TTK on stuff. Like all the Call of Duties that are my favorite is the ones with a very slow time to kill. Like I thought Cold War was very good. I liked Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 1.
I loved Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare was
so fun.
Probably the funnest I've had on a Call of Duty.
Thank you guys. Thank
Advanced
you for
Warfare
being
is my second favorite Call of
teenager.
Duty of all time.
Okay, so because I feel like because you're young, you have fond memories of Advanced Warfare. Just saying that. Okay, I just want to put that out.
No,
there.
I agree.
Categorize you, but I think that there is something like that going on. And as far as you're concerned, Mr. Zach, that's really weird that you would say you like Advanced Warfare. All the Call of Duty community will be at your necks for that one.
Modern Warfare 2, number 1, probably COD 4 and AW as 2 and 3.
Okay, I love it.
Interchangeable.
We're all big COD players, yeah? We all played a lot of COD?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your list, Myth. Give me your top 5, actually, Zach. Top 5. You said
top
3,
5?
give me 5. Yeah.
Okay, so Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, AW, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 1.
What a great list. Give me your least favorite one.
Modern Warfare 3.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Go, Myth.
Okay,
Go.
I gotta go. Black Ops 2, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, and oh god, did I say Modern Warfare already?
I don't know.
I think it's Modern Warfare 2.
What was the first one?
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2, amazing game. I'm sitting on my back cushion, and now my back hurts. Just kidding, it doesn't. But these back pillows aren't really like crazy. I don't know. So here's how I feel. This is tough for me. This is tough. I've thought about this so many times, and still every time I think about it, it's like, what?
It changes slightly. It's like, I want this one a little higher. I want, no.
Exactly. So I'm going to go like this. Black Ops 1, my most favorite. Black Ops 1 definitely is like so good. World at War, because I have such fond memories playing with all my friends on World at War, maybe.
Yeah.
But then I want to do Advanced Warfare kind of before that. I want to do Black Ops 1, Advanced Warfare, World at War, and then probably like a COD 4 or Black Ops 2, one of those ones.
I'm weird. Black Ops 2 is my second least favorite game.
Really?
Yes.
And I'm going to say Cold War. I really
what did you like about it?
Too.
I had a very, very bad connection. So understand that might be the reason why. But I had one of the worst fucking connections to Black Ops 2. And it was just bad. Like
dude, Black Ops 2, you could like those kill streaks in Black Ops 2 to me were like probably the best kill streaks of any Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like the Swarm, the dogs.
And I played Black Ops 1 on Wii. So like.
Okay. Oh, you played on Wii. Did you get to use the little Wii as the gun?
No, I used the like there's a pro controller that you were able to play.
Oh, okay. I would, bro. Have you been seeing the
40 times or 30 times
God. On the Wii?
Yeah.
On the Wii?
Yes.
You're nuts. You're like the Wii Call of Duty champion. Have you seen the Call of Duty VR? People playing on like shipment and stuff? That looks fun.
Yeah,
the zombies
fun.
look super fun.
I haven't seen the zombies.
I've seen a lot of the zombies on Facebook and stuff like that. Like they'll be streaming.
So your least favorite was your least favorite was
Modern Warfare 3.
Warfare 3. I liked Modern Warfare 3. I like dropping the Moabs. It wasn't great. I sniped mainly, so it wasn't the sniping, the quick scoping was fun, but the actual like sniping, like traditionally sniping wasn't great. But I like to drop Moabs, so that's how I feel. MW3 is okay for me. Myth, what was your least favorite?
My least favorite is probably Cold War.
Really? Why did you not like Cold War?
It's just I didn't. I was kind of out of Call of Duty at that time and kind of into more like PC games instead of like playing on console, which I kind of consider COD more of a console game. So I feel like I just didn't play it too much, and I don't know.
Okay, so out of the ones that you did play a lot, that's not even a fair. That's not giving it a fair shake.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh God. What was the one with the first one with super advanced motion? Other than after Advanced Warfare,
Advanced Warfare,
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3. I didn't
like Black Ops 3.
No, I think the kill rate was too fast.
Oh, okay. Black Ops 3 was good. I actually, you know what? The more I think about Black Ops 3, the more that I feel like it was actually a really like solid game to me. Even though it never makes like top of my list, I think that it was fine. Cold
back
War,
and
though, I
play it
actually
again.
like. What do you say, Zach?
I want to go back and play it again.
I know. I kind of want to download all the Call of Duties onto my new PC and just play them. Dude, Cold War to me was honestly one of the best. It's probably the best Call of Duty that's come out lately to me. I mean, obviously Warzone's been out and Warzone's great, but that's not traditional Call of Duty. But Cold War with the sniping, I'm a big sniper, and the sniping felt so good to me in Cold War. And I like the time to kill. It wasn't like too fast. It was like a good.
No,
like,
it felt
time to
smooth.
kill.
It felt more like Modern Warfare original or something like that.
Yeah,
where
like an OG. It felt
was-
even like Black Ops to me. Like
it was
Black Ops 1.
snappy, but it wasn't also super snappy to where like you got insta melted. As
Looking
stupid
up,
as that sounds.
This Call of Duty. Oh, you know what? You know what's crazy is Call of Duty Mobile. Have you guys played that?
Yeah.
Call of Duty Mobile is so fun. I actually
Is
am
it?
so tempted to get like a emulator or something and play it on PC because I think if they just drop the game for everybody on a console and PC, it might be the most played Call of Duty because of the like mix. It's like a mix. If you haven't played, it's like a mix of all the Call of Duties into one.
Oh, okay. Huh.
It's like, why would you not release that for everybody? Why do
Is
I
it
have
pretty easy to play, even like just with
Yeah.
touch controls?
It's actually surprisingly easy to play.
Did you ever play
downloaded
PUBG Mobile?
it, I feel like I might have. I think I did a brand deal with him. I played it for like one video.
It was very, very similar movement wise and stuff like that, and shooting wise to that.
And Call of Duty feels very smooth on mobile. I was surprised by how good it felt, honestly. Like I literally would play that instead of hopping on console. Like I would just sit there and play that.
When I started streaming, we actually went back and we played IW4X, which was a fucking blast. We got like 6 or 7 people playing IW4X, which is Modern Warfare 2 with unlocked servers and everything else.
Is that what was the Chinese game that came out? That was like a mix of MW. It was
COD Online.
COD Online, yeah.
Online.
I never played that, but that looks fun. I'd see friends play it. Like I think some of the FaZe boys played it, and like they would literally be sniping people, and they'd be like, because you could never get a good connection.
Yeah.
So like they'd like be scoping in, hit somebody, and like 4 seconds later, the kill would pop up. It's like, I don't even know how you played a whole match like that, bro.
Was it all
I'm
like
let alone
Chinese
snipe.
servers?
Yeah, it's all like Chinese servers.
It's hilarious.
Somebody said something about something called BlueStacks for
Yes.
COD.
It's,
I think-
it's an
What is that?
emulator for Android.
Holy smokes! And you could use it on PC. I'm gonna
Yep.
be. Oh, I'll be playing COD mobile tonight. People can be like, "Yo, this guy's insane." Meanwhile, I got
They're
like,
gonna be reporting you for hacking.
this guy's not using his fingers. No, I'm using them. It's on the keyboard.
You
I'm
should
looking
give
right now. Oh, you know what?
IW4X a try too.
What is it called?
IW4X,
And it's unlocked servers on
Modern
It's like
Warfare
just-
2. Here, I'll send you a link.
You know. Okay. Oh wait, I never went. You know my least favorite Call of Duty of all time?
Yeah. What?
Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
Yeah, super bad.
Well, there's AW on here too.
Why don't you
Okay,
like
no,
Modern
but-
Warfare 2? What?
I'll tell you the truth about this. As I look back onto Modern Warfare 2, I say, you know what? I think that it actually wasn't as bad as I gave it. As it was, I was too harsh on it, is how I feel. I feel that I was too harsh on MW2. And if I could, I would take that and say, it's not as bad as I think. But here's the truth. At the time, I started Call of Duty. I got COD 4 first, but really I started playing Call of Duty in World at War. So my experience with Call of Duty was almost like a more slower pace, like because I played Search and Destroy in Modern War in Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then in World at War, it was like a much slower paced game, especially because I sniped. The maps were so big.
Yeah.
It was a much slower pace. And then with Modern Warfare 2, I just felt that it was so fast paced that it wasn't why I had liked Call of Duty,
Oh,
if that makes
yeah.
sense.
I felt like it was great for sniping though. Like
It was great for quick scoping,
Oh, yeah.
but I felt the maps were very like rush friendly, which I didn't feel that way about COD 4 or World at War. I felt like you could play any style you want, whereas I felt Modern Warfare 2 really catered to like just the rushing arcade style of gameplay. And I was like, I actually played Battlefield 2 after I got COD 4. I played Battlefield, I think 1942 came out or something. I played that.
Or was
I really
it Bad
like
Company
that.
too?
I think it was Battlefield 1942. I don't think I've ever played Bad Company. Never played that one, I don't think.
Bad Company 2 was fun, but it was more sluggish. It was more slow paced.
But I do like that slow pace. You know what other game was super fun is it called Killzone?
Yeah.
Is that it? The shooter, right?
The PlayStation exclusive.
Yes, that game was fun. Did you ever play that?
I played it on PSP. I never played it on PlayStation.
Bro, I honestly
4.
wish that game was still like had any popularity. I don't know if it even does. I don't think it does. I never have heard about it since. But the sniping in that game, they had this like one-shot sniper that took forever to reload, but you could like cloak yourself and like one-shot these guys. And for some reason, the feeling of that sniper just felt really, really like, oh shoot, that dude's dead.
Yeah,
it was like a good. It's fun. Yeah. Like different games have different like feelings when you get like a little kill feed or whatever. And I feel like Battlefield does it really well when you hit like a multi-kill in Battlefield. Like the way the
it just feels different.
It feels like, oh shoot, I did something. You know?
Yeah.
Call of Duty, you'd be like drop like a quad, and it's like it's nice because the numbers pop up on the screen, but then it's gone. Yeah. And like Battlefield, it's like you drop a quad, it's like ding 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 killed, ding 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 killed. Like it takes so long for each kill to pop up. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, Harley from Epic Mealtimes, like, Zach, buy Battlefield. We'll play it and we'll stream it together. Okay. Okay. Bro, then I'm like, the game's shit. Why are we playing this?
Wait, the new Battlefield just came out, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely garbage.
Is it bad? What is it called?
Yeah,
all right, Battlefield 2042.
I'm gonna play that. Oh, it's a future game?
Yeah. There's like 15 guns.
Is that a lot for Battlefield?
No. Normally there's like 60.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I'm going to play it. Oh, my God. I'm going to play it. I'm going to watch some stuff on it tonight, and I'm going to play it. Oh. I've been so busy lately, man. Like, I've been so busy that I haven't played, like, hardly any games lately. I'm going to download, like, Halo tonight and Battlefield and probably play them, honestly. Don't play it. It's terrible. All right, guys.
This game's dead now, but did you play Splitgate when that was popular at all?
You know what? Me and the FaZe boys went and played that. I think at the first convention that they were ever at. And they were like super nice to us. I think they still follow me on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff. Super nice to us. Let us do whatever we want, film, do anything. And it was pretty dope. It made me happy because I know the guys. Yeah, they were super cool with me, so it made me happy to see them like blow up. And I only played it at that event, but once again, like I wanted to play it, but I felt like if I wasn't playing Call of Duty or Fortnite, I was kind of like not creating content, so I didn't play it enough.
Now back to that, because that's an interesting conversation. Were you ever mad at yourself that you never took the story channel to be bigger than the gaming channel and make
what an interesting question, bro. I have a couple things to say about that, and I want to tell you the truth. Oh my gosh, Jack Frags. Oh, it's a 4-hour stream. I thought it was a video. I was like, geez, bro. So that's like a question that somebody who knows me. You know what's crazy is here's what people recognize me for. Ready? When people see me, they recognize me for the fight, for the GameStop stuff, for being like tight with FaZe.
Yeah. Or
for the stories. To this day, bro, I haven't even told a story in years. And those are the 4 things that I get recognized. Or now it's TikTok too. But that's what I get recognized for the most. And like I have people tell me, yo, your stories were my whole life in high school, like all this stuff. The story channel to me was probably my favorite thing that I ever done. Unfortunately, YouTube, once they started demonetizing stuff, they started striking my videos for no apparent reason to me. I didn't swear in them. I didn't really do anything that bad. Like, yeah, I would tell stories that maybe involve like drugs or alcohol or like adult situations, but I never swore or said anything like too over the top, I thought. But unfortunately, that channel ended up getting deleted by YouTube once they went super family friendly and the demonetization started happening in like 2017. That channel just got wiped out. It was crazy to me because I was making more and gaining more on my story channel than I was on my gaming channel. And it was like, I think that I had 60K, 55,000 or something at my height on my story channel. And my current channel now, I think I haven't uploaded in forever, but it still has like almost 500,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about that because it should be at 1 million. I feel like I let myself down, but at the same time, I had 500K back in 2016, which is like, I feel like inflation and stuff. I have 1 million.
Definitely.
Right. So, the story channel got deleted. I tried to get it back several times. One time it got deleted, I got it back, but the last time it got deleted, it was just like I wasn't able to get it back. It had become unpartnered because of the situation.
Yeah.
My company couldn't get it back, and I ended up just kind of taking the L on it because I knew that even if I did get it back, the demonetization was going to make it so that I couldn't really do it how I wanted, I believed. And also all my friends at the time, all my story friends, like all died off. Like I was hanging out in the circles of like, it was me, Luna, Leafy, Ghost Sickness, I'm Not Magic. There was like just a handful of ex-Code. He's still around. He does like Weedy Boy videos now. But it was like a handful of us like storytelling channels, and all of us all started getting like no ad revenue. So I just thought that it was kind of like going nowhere, even though I really enjoyed it. And it was probably my favorite part of my YouTube career, if you will. It also kind of worked out well in a way because some of the stories I told, it got taken down during the apocalypse, but some of the stories I told on there, man, I do have, family friendly sponsors and stuff now. And some of the stories, of underage partying or whatever could be cancelable. They could be like, oh, you're canceled, bro. Fired from Activision, or whatever. Like, I'm not like, maybe it was good in the long run as far as my career is concerned. But if you were part of that time of my YouTube career, then you're part of a very special time. And I look at you fondly. It was definitely one of my favorite times because I thought all those stories were absolutely hilarious. And it was kind of like a diary for me, Sometimes I would go back and watch my own story and be like, oh, shoot, that was so crazy that we did that.
Is it weird, like, having that brand that was yourself and telling stories and stuff like that, and then having Overtflow, to say it's slightly different because it's gaming content? Was it weird to see the part of you that you're telling genuine stories that happened to you get essentially canceled and removed offline, and the only thing you're allowed to do is gaming? Did that make it so that way it was harder for you to be yourself in your videos?
To some degree, man, these are good questions too. To some degree, I definitely feel that way because, especially nowadays, every single one of my friends has gone through and like deleted old tweets now, and every single one of my friends has put like videos to private or deleted them. And these are major people that have gone through and done this, and it just sucks that it has to be done that way. But the truth is that if you want to stick around and you want to get these mainstream deals, like look at people like Ninja. Look at him back in the day. Ninja now compared to back in the day, he's a totally like different streamer. Now he's sometimes the old Ninja comes out a little bit because he's got the FU money, But on his path to getting that, he had to really clean up his act a little bit because these big companies want to know that you're safe before they invest in you. And then once that happens, it seems like, because we're still breaking into the mainstream with the gaming thing. Finally, gaming is becoming mainstream. I've had multiple meetings with like casino execs and everything out here in Vegas because they want esports in their casinos now. Finally, it's getting to be more of a mainstream thing. But before this, it took so long for people to even like want to, put their stamp of approval on you, and it's hard to be brand friendly and still be yourself. But luckily, I feel like I hit like a middleman. But that's another reason why I stopped creating as much content on YouTube, honestly, because of the apocalypse. It really like brought me to this place where I was like, I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket if they could just change up the rules at any time. I don't want to feel like they could just like sweep the rug out from under me. I didn't want to feel that way. So I started getting into a lot more. And it makes me sad in some way that I can't create content the same way I did back in like 2015. But this is further than I ever thought that I would make it with the internet stuff, so I'm thankful for that, man. I know when I hit 100K, I was like, wow, I never thought that I would get here. And if I got here, I thought, well, that's all that's here for me,
That's how I felt when I hit affiliate in a week because the PKA fans are like, here's affiliate. And I'm like, well, I didn't really try for that hard.
I've done everything.
But I've reached everything. So I told everybody, I was like, you know what? If I hit partner, I'll shit myself in the chair.
Oh my God. Dangerous.
I'll shit right here and then just turn off the stream.
Is TikTok better with like the story time stuff? Especially, I know Luna used to tell a lot of stories.
Luna crushes it on TikTok. Did you look up Luna right now on TikTok?
I haven't looked him up on TikTok
look him up
yet.
Right now on TikTok.
All right. Does he still do the same story time? Everything? Because he used to do everything about like same thing you were talking about, underage parties, drugs, is that all cool on TikTok? Or
yeah, you know what? I haven't really spoke with him about that. He never seems to have any problems though, because he just does the gameplay with that. He doesn't seem to have like any problems at all. From what I've seen, I'm gonna ask him, but like you can see by his views, man. Look at 2.4 million followers.
Yep, 3.2 million
averaging likes. Averaging 200K a video.
Yeah.
If you go back a little bit, it's like 500K, 100K. Yeah,
he's still killing it on here.
He's still crushing it, bro. And these are all stories, so clearly it works well. I told a story on TikTok one time, a GameStop story, and it got like 2 million views or something.
Mm-hmm.
I should have done it maybe more, and I should do it more. I don't know why I didn't. I think because my other content was doing so well at the time. But now that I'm trying to like get my content back up again because my views are trash right now, maybe I will throw in a couple stories and just see how it does. Just be like, I wonder how that's gonna do. I'll look at my old stories. Maybe I'll make them family friendly and repost them on TikTok.
Do you find
tell
it
them in a minute.
harder being relatable, trying to be more family friendly?
To some degree, I've always been pretty like politically correct. I think like even in regular conversation when I speak with people, I try to be. I know I can be a little bit much. I'm aware of that, and so I try to make everybody like comfortable as possible. So I think that that in a sense kind of is my personality in a way. So I mean, it's fine with me. I wish that I could be a little bit more maybe honest about certain things, like in my own personal life or my own personal beliefs. But I'm used to being like I'm from Las Vegas, and I think that a big thing in Vegas is like being cool with everybody because there's so many different types of people here, So it doesn't bother me too much. The only thing that does bother me is that I miss being able to tell those very personal stories and being like, that was crazy, right? Without somebody being like, you know what, bro? I feel like you couldn't have given consent because you were actually 17. I'm like, well, I'm telling you right now, I did. It's like, you can't tell me what I did.
You can't tell me what I did.
Yeah, no, I was consensual. From my side, totally cool. Like, but people are always trying to get wild, but I don't know.
Seems like everyone's trying to get someone else in trouble online, and it's kind of become a new trend to do that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's people who are bored with their life. I think that I read something from some douchebag guy. I forget what it was, but it was something like he's some motivational money guy or something. He's like, winners cheer and losers judge or something like that.
Yeah.
And although I don't entirely maybe agree with that sentiment, I do agree with the gist of it, which is like, yeah, I never had a friend who was doing well who talked down to me. Most of the time, it's people who are like miserable in their own lives who project that onto you,
Yep.
That's super heartfelt. Like today, I fucking woke up. I got the kids food. I got the kids breakfast, laid the baby down for a nap around lunchtime. And then I checked Reddit. Shouldn't have checked Reddit. First message I got today was, Zach, somebody called you a psychopath today. That you canceled all of PKA, you've taken over, and you're controlling all of PKA now.
Yeah, you need to chill out with the taking over things, buddy.
I was like, I wish I took over PKA. Holy fuck, man. That would make me shit tons of money. That would be nice.
That would be good.
People will just make things up online for attention or just because they're bored and hate their lives generally.
Yeah. I saw somebody in the chat ask about Camelot. He's a guy who worked at GameStop as well. I do know who he is. But I forgot about him, so I'm going to read something about him if you don't mind.
No, that's not a problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lawsuit. His name is Camelot or Cody. He uploaded a video saying that someone has indirectly mentioned in his video, somebody he has indirectly mentioned in his videos was going to sue him for defamation. Well, that's not what we're looking for. Calling out the subreddit GameStop. There's something about GameStop. I know that he did something with GameStop. He worked at GameStop for 11 years before getting fired for what was time card fraud and originally accused for workplace harassment, but ended up quitting before he was officially fired. He had a situation with GameStop because he was speaking negatively about GameStop. Yeah, I definitely have heard about this guy. And as far as my thoughts on him, he's very muscular and I don't want to fight him. So
you don't want to fight him? He's not your choice.
Keep doing whatever
not
he
your
wants.
Next fight.
You know what? I take it back. I'll fight him in a GameStop.
There we
Two
go.
Cage match.
GameStop boys. Two big GameStop boys.
Wait, what about the it's ma'am guy? Would you fight that?
That is one that I will
ma'am.
not
Sorry.
fight.
The it's ma'am lady. My apologies.
I will tell you right now, she will absolutely stomp me. I'm not taking that. I'm in no mood to be stomped.
You want to know who
I completely forgot about that until
The
now.
most
Bro, I made a
hilarious-
video about that forever ago. She was very upset.
Yeah.
You know
And I feel like the guy was genuinely not being mean.
The
He
guy
just,
was
like,
not trying to be a dick.
He was like trying to be accommodating, but
yeah.
yeah, it was just rough. What do you say? What do you say, Zach? Sorry.
the one meme person I would never want to fight is the fucking Twisted Tea guy that fucking punched the dude with the Twisted Tea in his hand.
Yeah, I guess you know who I don't want to fight is that Twisted Tea can. That
Yeah.
thing went through a lot.
Overtflow
Tea
versus
can't cook
Twisted
that
Tea.
Drinks it. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
don't know about this Camelot guy. This guy did something with GameStop. I remember seeing this a while ago, though. You know what? I wonder if you still look at GameStop. I remember for a while, if you typed in GameStop on YouTube, the only videos that would come up were my videos, and that was it. I was like the first guy to really be making those GameStop videos.
Probably the dumpster diving ones now.
Yeah. that
Yeah,
seems to be
he's
pretty
started
popular.
taking over, bro.
GameStop trans, GameStop stock, dumpster diving, earnings
Oh,
called
probably
Black Friday.
stocks too, right?
I'm seeing GameStop
Wall
the movie, GameStop,
Yeah.
something from Review
You got
Tech USA.
dethroned. You
I
got
used to watch this
dethroned.
guy. I got
Smosh.
dethroned. It's all right. I'll take them all 1v1 combat.
There we go. You got them all on TikTok now, I'm sure.
1v1 GameStop combat. There's not. I wonder how far down I have to go to see one of my videos. It's only been
I have yet to
4
see
years.
I haven't even seen it yet, but they also
Oh,
frequently.
I
add
see one buying the
previous
cheapest games at
stuff.
GameStop. I was with my friend.
There we go.
Nice.
How
Actually,
were
I don't know
those
if I was with
games?
him in
Were
that.
they-
They're very good and cheap. I love them.
Were they actually good? Do you remember any of them? Were any of them actually good?
I don't remember most of the things in my life.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm irrelevant, guys.
I don't think we can say that.
yeah, I
I'm
don't
out of
think so
here.
either.
It's all right.
So obviously, I have one story I'm saving for going on PKA because I
Okay.
think that's smart.
You have
Just-
your own story?
Yeah, I have my own story. I'm saving to tell on PKA.
When are you going to be a guest on PKA?
Hopefully, at some point, if everybody just spams the comments with "Have Hot Load Zach on," maybe it'll fucking happen. It would be kind of
You
cool.
need to drop a hot load of knowledge on PKA.
But have you ever saved the story where you're like, other than the GameStop story, that you're like, you know what, I'm just going to save this for this occasion?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I've told so many stories. I can't think of anyone like off the top of my head. The GameStop one was the only one that I really like. The only one that I really saved because I was scared that I was going to get literally sued. But now I think we're all friends. Like Activision has flown me places. GameStop has taken me out and wine and dined me. So I think we're all good.
Yeah.
Nice
Hopefully.
Nice little love tap of Drifter. This video is sponsored by Activision because they flew me out and let me capture all this, and they have me have a code in the creative character store.
Nice.
Fucking forgot what the fuck it is. God damn, I'm getting out of it.
If I had to use a weapon in a
GameStop cage match.
yes, in the GameStop cage match, I'm assuming that's like after hours they shut the cage in the front of the store, the cage match, right?
Yeah.
The weapons that I would go to most readily would probably be Funko Pops are good. There are some more deluxe ones that are heavier. Anything that's in those plastic cases, very, very heavy, like these type of figures, kind of a heavy plastic. Those are strong. Yeah. Those are good. I would definitely go for maybe the older Xbox controllers. Strong.
The 360 controllers.
The 360s,
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very, very heavy. If we can use anything within the store, I also might take off the little shelves that hold the games.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You've got a little bit of range with that. And also the used games that don't have cases for my throwing weapons. Okay. Keep them at bay, and then when they get close, the shelf.
You just throw a bunch of discs at them and then charge them with the shelf.
Yeah. Exactly. Soften them up with the discs.
beat the fuck out of someone with a PS5. Those things are fragile as fuck. You don't want to drop one of those, man.
Yeah, they seem pretty flimsy, maybe.
I love my PS5. It's not getting hit into somebody's head. So, is making TikTok videos easier than YouTube, or do you put as much effort into a TikTok clip as you do a YouTube video?
A YouTube video definitely takes much more time. It's much more tedious, right? So a TikTok video, I can really get one done in literally like 1 minute. You know what I mean? Like I can be like, sit down, I'm gonna win this game. You give me these shoes. That's the video. There we go. It's just so easy because it's all done on your phone, I think is the real thing. And with YouTube, you have to kind of keep up with the whole like edits and making it good and send it to an editor if you're not good at editing and have it done by them with the little fancy effects and such. So YouTube really became, I feel like I really thrived at YouTube, not based off of how good my editing was or anything, because I had very simple like vlogging style stuff, but it was high energy and I posted often, you know? And so, but still for one video to get done, it would take me 8 hours. You know, I'd go and film the video, it'd take me a few hours. I'd come home, I edit it, and I wait for it to be done and take a few more hours. So it's like an 8-hour day for one video if it's a good video. Whereas TikTok, if you give me 8 hours on TikTok, I could probably make, 50 videos and maybe not all of them will bang. But if I make 50 videos and 30 of them bang and get like 300K views, then that's like that growth and stuff is worth, it's just so valuable, But at the end of the day, being a YouTuber, it gives you like a much, like being a YouTuber that somebody can directly relate with gives you a much, much stronger bond with the audience. And so your ability to sell sponsorships or merch or have your people listen to you is just so much better, Yeah. So
I definitely could see where that would make a lot of sense. The more time you have with somebody, the more experience that they're going to have with you, the more they're going to understand your story, the more they're going to vibe with you. So the more likely they are to click a link or follow through with something or something like that.
Yeah, it's just like seeing, like you said, just keeping your face out there is super duper important,
It's weird, and
it brings like a familiarity. There we go, that one.
It's weird because like I used to always answer that question. It's like I just have balls. Like I'm not afraid to ask somebody to be like, "Hey, can you come on?"
You're not afraid of hearing no.
It doesn't matter if
I think too many people are afraid of just hearing no, and they take it as a personal insult. Maybe. Well, it's really not. Like, you just have to put yourself out there.
Yeah, I think that's, what? I had this exact conversation with somebody recently. I have this thing that I never realized that I had until I met a lot of other people who didn't have the thing that I have, which is I don't care how many times something doesn't work because I don't think of it as not working. Whereas like, because I never thought of it that way, when I would post a video and it wouldn't do well, I never felt like the video failed. I don't acknowledge it like that. Like I just keep making content until one hits and then it works. But I have so many friends, even successful friends, that are like, man, why, like, you're going to try to do that again? Like it didn't even work the first time. I'm like, to me, I didn't even think that it didn't work. I didn't even think like that. Like I just thought, oh, I posted that one, I'll post another one that does even better. Like I don't recognize that as a failure the way that so many other people I've realized do. And that's the biggest thing that I think is good advice. Most of the successful people I know kind of have that same mindset to some degree where they don't care how many times something fails. Like they'll fail 100 times to get one win. But that's how you get wins. You know what I mean? If I do it once and then I don't try again, then I only tried once and I failed once. But if I try 100 times and fail 100 times, then I have 100 times the experience of this guy who only tried it once, and that can translate into victories, little victories here and there. But that's really like that's something that until one of my friends brought it up to me, I never even realized that that I did that. And it made me realize, oh, I actually fail like a lot. Like I make so much content and have done so many things that just don't work. And I was like, but I had never thought of it that way,
Yeah, it's exactly what me and Myth were doing. It's like, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're working on, as long as you're working, as long as you're putting your head down and trying to do what the fuck you're trying to do. It doesn't matter if it's working or not yet. you're going to find the experience. You're going to be able to talk to people. You're going to be able to explore what they think. And then you're able to do even more. It's just
you're going to figure it out, and you're going to learn as you go along and do better. Like it goes back to what we said before. You're never going to feel ready. You're just going to get better when you start.
This makes me think of the fact that I had this conversation with a couple new, like they're two guys. They're, I guess they're in the police academy or something. They're training for the police academy. So they're doing jujitsu to kind of like get good with that and feel comfortable with like stressful situations and such, and, you know, handling somebody. And I was just talking to them about the whole process of jujitsu and stuff. And you know what? It kind of relates back to that in martial arts for me, because the only way to get good at jiu-jitsu is to literally fail a bunch. Like when you first start going, every single person, every little girl, every guy that you think that you should be able to beat up, every old man in there like chokes you, you know what I mean? And they armbar you and they put you in these positions where you're like, bro, I never thought that like a 17-year-old girl could come up and literally like choke me unconscious. Like that shouldn't be possible. And if you just gave up, you would never get good, because jiu-jitsu, you don't win at all. If you just start and you're a normal guy who's not some freak athlete, you do not win at all, period. For like a period of 6 months at least. You don't even win a match. You know what I mean? And if I thought, I failed, then I would never have gotten good, you know, and neither would anybody else who trained or who sticks around or whatever, or even boxing or whatever. You went and you start boxing today, you're going to lose every single one of your matches, of your sparring matches.
You're not Jake Paul.
Yeah, you're not Jake Paul, bro. You're not Jake Paul, okay? Last generation had Mike Tyson. This generation has Jake Paul. You know,
TikTok clip.
but it just is what it is, man. And that's just how you get good at things. You got to fail a ton to get the experience to be able to become good.
It's crazy, and it's probably more in depth than what a lot of the viewers want to listen to. But Josh wasn't putting tags on his videos, and they were blowing up.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
interesting.
You put tags on the videos. You only have your viewers watching this shit. You put tags on it, they're gonna go boom. You're in the algorithm.
The no tags thing is interesting to me, and you might know more about it than me.
I know absolutely nothing.
Okay, so tags, I feel like were very important. But now, even with TikTok, like I see videos blow up with 0 tags, and all my videos blow up with almost like no tags. Or I would just do tags to keep track of myself. Like I would put I was the guy about. Like hashtag. I was the guy who started the Fortnite challenge hashtag on TikTok, and now it has like billions of views, which is nuts. Like, you know what's so funny, dude? Okay, so this is like interesting stuff to me. I think it's really cool. I was the first one to ever use like hashtag Fortnite challenge. I was within the first couple thousand to use like phase up, like the hashtag phase up or anything. So when TikTok in 2019, you looked at it, like I was the only one using like those hashtags. And because of that, when you typed in hashtag Fortnite, the top one that would come up is like Fortnite, and then Fortnite challenge would come up because it had the most views because I was the only one doing it, but my videos were getting tons of views. So all the biggest players like Tfue, Ninja, Booga, like all these guys, all the biggest gamers, all use the tags that I came up with because they were the most like relevant at the time. So now all the tags that I was originally using that had no views that I made, that I used first, all have billions of views because like when you typed it on TikTok, that's what would pop up. So people would just click those tags. It's like, oh, what's a good Fortnite tag? Oh, it's at the top. I'll use this one. I'll use this one. And it's like, it's cool to me that those are the hashtags that everybody uses. Now I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, on TikTok, you don't need hashtags or anything. I have like, for example, I posted a video the other day that like, I think that it might have hashtags actually. I posted a video the other day. Oh my God, it's so loud. It got 550,000 views, and I absolutely lied to you. It has no title, but it has 5 hashtags: Phase Up, GameStop, Overtflow, V-Bucks, Fortnite is the hashtags. But that's all it is. It's just those 5 hashtags and no title, no like nothing.
No work you can put into it.
Yeah, it's no work put in it. You just post it. So I think that there might be something to be said for simplicity too. Like when something is so simple, YouTube might just say, "Hey, this video is doing well. Recommend it to everybody."
TikTok
we don't know.
Search probably is different than YouTube search. YouTube search is what, just the tags that you put in the description goes into the search engine, and then it kind of spits out the videos that and it like cycles through like that, right?
I don't know anymore.
It changes all the time, honestly.
Like, about what it does is that essentially. I would assume TikTok is very different, where you're searching through the algorithm that you specifically are thrown into, where it would probably just feed you the videos that you would like.
That's fair. That's a strong point. Yeah, it definitely gets recommended of that the TikTok stuff. I think it's purely based off watch time on TikTok.
Yeah,
which is so interesting to me, because like you can post something with zero context, zero title, zero anything, and if it's like, oh, this person watched 5 seconds of your 8-second video, we'll recommend it more. You know, but with TikTok or with YouTube for sure, like the SEO works like way more like traditionally on YouTube. I know, or at least when I was doing YouTube all the time, it's like I would pop up every time that I was like posting a lot, and I would put all the tags in. Anything that I tagged it as, when you like typed it in, my video would pop up first. So I know that that's like how the hashtags work then. What is this thing?
I wish it was more understandable and able to be manipulated and looked at, because it would make things so much easier to actually be an intelligent person that understands the algorithm and how search works and everything else, and make everything so much more consequential. Like, I do this and this changes. And
I don't think it's so simple though. Like it's not like, okay, you can just influence the algorithm and you're gonna see results from it. Even I think from even like video to video, it's just like I do the same thing, it's gonna be completely different.
Yep.
Which is it's hard to deal with, but it's fun to play around with and try to create the best of what you can.
That's the biggest thing too, I think, is just like playing around with it and figuring out what exactly like works for you,
Yeah. Well, man, it's been a fucking blast, because in the grand scheme of things, I think I've learned a shit ton.
I think we both have.
Yeah. I think things are going to get better. And you know what? I think I have a few emails I have to send. But Overflow, why don't you shout out some of your shit, brother?
All right. You can follow me everywhere. If you look up Overtflow, and it's not Overflow, it's not Overfloat, it's not Floverdo. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's Overtflow.
I'm just
Overt,
retarded.
Meaning obvious, and flow meaning like a sick rap flow. Yeah. Overtflow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Overflow everywhere. See me in Forbes, see me on the next boxing match. Come to my house, bring me a pizza, all that stuff.
TikTok, YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone on every platform. Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, a Triller, myspace.com/ whatever, So yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. And anytime anybody asks me to come on a podcast, I'm always amazed that somebody wants to hear me talk for 2 hours. So that's good.
Well, you're a fucking blast, man. Thank you so fucking much to come on.
Thank you, bro.
We're sorry Josh couldn't make it.
Yeah, what the heck is up with that? If he comes back after we end the show, we'll do another one.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Thank you guys so fucking much. We'll see you fucking next time. Real shit's been talked. See you fucking later.
Bye guys.